Well, hello and happy Thanksgiving week from me to you, from the dragons to you. That's, of course, for everyone in the United States that's celebrating that right now or sharing that with friends all over the world. I know my sister's in Australia and doing a special layout of all of our traditions for them. And I think the Canadians already had their Thanksgiving. So just really, this is about a week of focusing on gratitude. And I'm so grateful for my dragon family of being able to come and share the dragons with you, to be myself, to be a dragon here and be able to have that space for you guys where we know we're not crazy and we've got amazing things happening and to share. And I love being able to answer your questions and just have this forum to meet each other, to experience things, to move through this path together. So thank you for that. And I'm wishing you a beautiful week of gratitude and expansion yourself. Let me make sure here, I've got my volume all the way up. So I had a question this week. I came in yesterday actually as a reply or a question to one of the YouTube videos, which was last week or the week before. And the question was a really good one. I thought, I'll just touch on that. I want to go in and pull a card for Thanksgiving week and the energy we're in, and just send that out as a gift to everybody. But this question was really good, and it's about how they have always experienced it. It came from a guy, so a man, and so he's in a physical, biological body here and working with his dragon and feels her presence as feminine, and a bit confused about that, feeling like it should be masculine, or, why is that? Are there genders with the dragons? How do the genders work with the dragons? So I figured I'd just bring it in, and just as a reminder for many of you, but some of you may not be aware, especially if you don't have the book yet, you haven't read that piece. In our lower dimensional framework, so everything below 5D, so through the fourth dimensional bridging, the crystalline energy is the first that pops us up into 5D. So the black and the white, the elementals, everything that works within the earth plane in that lower dimensional framework, I would say, even going into where I consider, and maybe I shouldn't say everything below the fifth, because the middle earth dragons and inner earth dragons also are both fully androgynous. So in that, the framework we have here in polarity, in a dualized realm, is that there is a split between the masculine and feminine energies, and that even though we have each of us within us, both an inner child and an inner adult, both male and female of each of those, so we've got these four pillars within to come to unification with, to bring both to equality within and honor all four of those aspects within ourselves. As we merge into our dragon, we start to work with dragons of higher vibrational realm, and they are definitely in a state of union, which means they can present as androgynous, that they, rather than feeling androgynous like there is no gender, I use that word just as a representation of it's actually fully merged. So you can feel the presence of what that pure divine feminine and divine masculine represent as a state of a unified state. But they do, in work with them, push one of those energies possibly more forward for specific work with us, that helps us deal with specific things, be able to see specific things, gives us perspective on a different aspect that we might not be able to see if we see it from the masculine side instead of the feminine. So often dragons, and you've seen this in my mini readings here on the lives, where they will push forward one or the other side and reveal typically why they're stepping forward with the feminine presence, or why they're pushing the masculine presence forward. But for our own dragons, that is also as well, because our own dragons are typically from a higher dimensional realm. That's why we're trying to merge into them, bring our full light body forward. And so as we develop in our own state of unification, we will see one side or the other of that, that is showing us the work that needs to be done. And we will eventually reach that merged state. So in that sense, just being aware of the lower dragons, as I was saying, the elementals, the black and white, some of those that work with us in this realm are split. There is a male black dragon. There is a female water dragon. There is a female air dragon. They have the male and female of each, and they're actually separate entities, separate beings. They have split themselves to be in this realm and be specific to that, because it helps hold the polarized field. So when you're feeling that and you call forward one of them, you will naturally be drawn to or have drawn to, again, the male or female that is having more specific work to help open you up into that balanced, unified state within. So hopefully that made sense. Doesn't need to be a long, drawn-out explanation, but it is fairly straightforward, fairly simple and sweet, and you don't have to fight over, or if there is a fight going on inside your heart over what gender it is or what is presenting, just feel into those emotions. Like, what's coming up with that? Why don't I want it to be a feminine presenting? Why don't I want it to be a masculine presenting? Do I have issue with the masculine? Do I have issue with the feminine? Do I have something there that is more about my trauma body that I'm trying to release? So just in that aspect, allowing those awarenesses to come in. So on that note, because I am going to also keep it fairly short and sweet today, just sending out a big dragon hug from me and all of the dragons that I work with out to you guys for this week, whether you're on a holiday week or not. I know our neighborhood kids are all out of school already, and I know many people are traveling this week. So everybody's sort of in that holiday festive moving towards whatever you celebrate over December, whether it's Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or Christmas or nothing, just the spirit of giving and the spirit of what, for me, Christmas represents is that beautiful, just the spirit of it, of coming together and being the best we can be and being fully who we be in that. So let me pull a card for this week with this Thanksgiving, this gratitude space. And we have the moon dragon. So I'm going to have to look up where we are in the moon phase right now. Moon dragon coming forward. And I find that interesting because that is about softness. It's about embrace, yielding, and grace. And being allowed, I always do feel the moon dragon is a feminine energy. And maybe that's one of those that is very characteristic of this realm. I do know we have several moon dragons. Ketu and Rahu and Ketu are mentioned in the book. But this is the moon dragon as an energetic, specific archetype in the moon dragon that comes through with us, is about yielding, grace, embrace. So when you're in that space with this gratitude week, finding gratitude or allowing yourself the gratitude towards yourself to create that space, to drop into the yielding, to be able to open the heart to receive. And some of you are probably going to be in situations this week where you're challenged by family, you're challenged by close proximity with a lot of people, especially if you're traveling. If you've got a lot of people in your house, if maybe there's relatives coming together that don't like your viewpoints or perspectives and that pushes your buttons, where can you open, embrace, and yield to allow the grace of who you be to flow out and just love on everybody and let that be the smoothing over or the maybe opportunity to see them from a different perspective, maybe see them from a bigger picture as you move into this. So embrace that moon energy. And as I said, I'm going to have to go see, are we in a full moon, a new moon? I don't even know right now. So I'm going to look at that and see if that has a deeper meaning for why our moon dragon showed up today. So I'm going to wish you guys a beautiful weekend and see you sometime on the other side of it, unless I get inspired over the weekend to do something else in gratitude with and for you guys. Who knows what will come up. All right. Take care for now. And I did mention in the description, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, almost everything on the layer is 50% off. So everything that's in stock with canvas prints, with pendants, with Christmas cards and plushies, and the dragon symbol pendants as well, 50% off. And I have the new 3D laser printed dragons in there if you're needing a not super expensive Christmas gift for someone. Great time to get them. Yeah, go check it out. So dragonwithin.com/lair, LAIR. You might just find what you need for someone or for yourself. I know I often always need to buy myself a Christmas gift because we got to remember to treat ourselves well. All right. Bye for now. See you next time.